Assalamualaikum and hi to Madam Fatin Alia binti Hassan. My group member and I will presenting on 4 articles that we have discussed. Firstly, I will introduce my group member, starting with me, Nur Athirah binti Muhammad AZLI, Nur Muhammad Shaffi bin Abdul Aziz, Haris Imran bin ROSLAN, NURIN AFRINA binti SHAMSUL, and last but not least, NURUL IZZAH binti KAMARUDIN will presenting on topic, is technology good or bad for student learning? My name is Nur Athirah binti Muhammad AZLI. For the first article is effect of technology on student learning. First, I will present about the advantage of technology for student learning. But the main idea of this article on the advantage of technology for student learning is technology has benefited students in understanding what they were discussing in class by allowing them to conveniently search and obtain information. As we know that technology is how children learn today's environment, and it is what they are most comfortable with, and it also generates a high degree of student interest. With technology will allowing them to participate in their learning on various levels. Based on these supporting details, we can say that with the help of technology, the student can learn anything without any barrier and hardship with the help of technology. Besides, by incorporating technology into the district, we are providing our students with access to far more information than we could provide with the resources that are available in our classroom. What we can say in this supporting detail is, with the help of technology, also can give students a lot of knowledge that not only learn in the classroom, but also with technology, students can access information which is more intensive and diverse in the internet by the support of the technology. Even though the technology allows the students to access more information at a faster rate, there is also a lot of erroneous and inappropriate material available for students when they're using the technology. As we know that with the help of technology can make students gain a lot of useful information, but in the same time the information can be vague and can cause misinformation for something. Other than that, the most common complaint about the technology in the classroom is that it does not seem to operate at all of the time and it's not always responsive, and as a result, teachers are irritated by it when it does not work properly. In these supporting details also have mentioned about with the technology in learning, there can be some unavoidable problems that can affect the learning process, such as the learning cannot be continued because of the problem that occur. For the second main point of the advantage of technology for student learning is their fear that kids are overly reliant on the technology, because technology has grown in popularity in the schoolroom, as we know that technology is widely used in learning right now. The first supporting detail for second main point is teachers inspire their students to do at least some writing by hand because they believe kids undertake more active thinking, synthesizing, and revising when written by hand, and writing by hand discourages any temptation to copy and paste other words, and this is based on according to several research. Next is students are spending more time typing than ever before because of the improvement of technology, which can negatively impact their fine motor abilities. With the supporting detail, we can say that with existing of technology can give a bad impact toward the student's fine abilities. Sometimes some people are not aware of it. Other than that, according to Selzenberg, there seem to be distinct disparities in basic fine motor ability based on how much time is spending typing versus handwritten text. The last but not least, according to survey results, 72.41% of teachers does not have a specific handwriting block, which can negatively impact student fine motor skill.
Hi, my name is ROSLAN. So, without further ado, let's move on to the next disadvantages. Given so many positive characteristics, it will be easy to assume that technology in education is good. Unfortunately, there are still many problems that inhibit technology from becoming an invaluable part of education. The first main idea from this article is the lack of exposure to technology. Due to a major lack of exposure, not everyone is prepared to use technology, prompting students to become disconnected from their curriculum and ignore potentially valuable technologies. Technology is relevant to the real world, but not everyone is ready for utilizing technology. Individuals have dramatically different skill sets when it comes to using technology. As stated by Sun and Wang in 2014, it is often believed that students are familiar with gadgets and electronics, having been raised surrounded by technology. However, the fact is that most do not have enough expertise and experience. Fear and worry are caused by a lack of experience from the students, forcing them to disconnect from their curriculum and reject potentially valuable resources of technology. Besides, teacher adaptation of technology faces the same issue. Teachers play a pivotal role in the success of technology in education. Nevertheless, some educators fail to acknowledge the advantages of implementing technology, which leads to the unwillingness to engage with it. This is due to the significant time in investment in training is considered a hurdle for some educators, especially without the financial incentive. Despite the fact that institutions and governments have launched initiatives to prepare educators for the use of technology and its benefits, the practice for conducting these programs are limited. Furthermore, the next main idea from this article is that incorrect technology adoption in education is generally caused by poor planning and a lack of awareness regarding the benefits of specific technologies. There are several examples where the implementation of technology offers no visible benefit to the learning process, and the reason for implementing blocks in an undergraduate course remain unjustified, since the optimal way to use these tools to support teaching and learning is not fully clear. Although that students interact and form peer networks through the use of blocks, unfortunately, their results do not support that conclusion, because some of the students were disengaged during the course and the blocks were deactivated shortly after the course ended. It is inefficient to use blocks, since the outcomes of cooperation through blocks, such as the development of critical thinking and reflection on other people's works, can be obtained through in-class interaction. Another example is students learning mathematics using e-books and drawing is seen as unclear, since the mechanical advantages for e-books are mainly for searchability, bookmarking and portability, which none of which apply to students' drawings. Technology in education implementation requires a well thought out resources. Although blocks may be well liked outside the classroom, research into perception finds that students dislike using collaborative tools such as blocks. Educators should carefully consider what tool they are using, since implementing technology for the wrong reasons could lead to students' disengagement. Therefore, it is clear that the purpose of the author is to inform the readers that in today's societies, technology in the learning process is essential and we must be prepared for it. The tone of the author from this article is neutral, while the intended audience is the public, educators, students and education institutions. In the conclusion, technology is a diverse and useful instrument for teaching and learning, and it is quickly being ingrained as a way of life. The most essential thing is that educators must be prepared to use these tools successfully. Institutions must apply the technology successfully for the benefit of students, educators and society.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Muhammad Shafi bin Abdul Aziz, and I will present on the advantages of technology for students' learning. So for the third article is the impact of students' use of technology on their learning achievements in physiology courses at the University of Dammam. The main idea for this article is that widely used technology increases students' content understanding and skill development. So there are 4 reasons. The first one is technology utilization result in a positive learning environment. Technology in education enables students to adjust to their own pace of learning. Students who need extra time can spend time going over exercises until they understand, whilst students who need less support can continue ahead. So for the second one is changing education from classical approach to deep meaning approaches will give students true understanding in study. A deep approach to learning concentrates on the meaning of what is learned. That concentration may involve testing the material against general knowledge, everyday experience, and knowledge from other fields or courses. A student taking a deep approach seeks principles to organize information. The third reason is that technology makes students active in learning to achieve meaningful learning. Technology provides students with easy to access information, accelerated learning, and fun opportunities to practice what they learn. It enables students to explore new subjects and deepen their understanding of difficult concepts. The fourth reason is that many studies shows technology impacts people's brain and how they think and function. This is because certain learning application in their functions may improve memory, multitasking skills, fluid intelligence, and other cognitive abilities of the students. The second main idea of this article is that technology has enabled several effective educational approaches such as self-directed, independent, and collaborative learning. There are 4 reasons for this main idea. The first one is able to bring students together to learn from one another despite owing to time and geographical constraints. With technology, students can collaborate on almost anything, anytime with an internet connection and the right tools. Use technology to make it easier for students to work together outside of the classroom, freeing up more time for in-class activities. The second reason is that able to deliver immediate feedback and assessment, making learning appear more attainable. Technology can help teachers track and assess their students as well as their performance in the classroom. It can also be used to facilitate communication between students and teachers to create digital records of student growth and development. The third reason is that instructors that use technology is better in inspiring students to study and fostering critical thinking skills. According to a study conducted by the Pew Research Center, 92% of instructors said that technology improved their access to content, resources, and materials that could help them in the classroom. Therefore, the easy access could give the students a lot of material for them to sharpening their understanding and critical thinking skills. The fourth reason is that technology improves technology literacy, responsibility, and independence, and the quality of student deliverables. Present technology will let students access numerous resources for the topic they want to learn. By knowing the best ways to find information on the web, they can find many sites, articles, docs, and lectures for their topic. If the students are capable of using this technology, they will become an independent, responsible, and improved literacy learner.
Assalamualaikum and hi. My name is NURIN AFRINA binti SHAMSUL. So now I will continue with the 4th article. The 4th article is on the computer-based technology and student engagement, a critical review of the literature. So now I will continue with the good of having technology in student learning. So the good is the software of web conferencing offers a face-to-face classroom experience. According to Francesco and Foster, it stated that the virtual class activities such as delivering lectures, discussions on the course content of a particular subject, and Q&A session can be carried out. So the example of the platform of web conferencing are Adobe Connect, Kisco Webex, Horizon Wimba, and Blackboard Collaborate. This platform offers tools like screen sharing, instant chat, polling, and breakout rooms. Also, with this kind of features,
it could enhance and make the interest of the student higher in learning process. This is because it promotes active learning, where the student can use whiteboard and breakout rooms that open for collaborative problem solving and discussions. As a result, the students' participation on web conferencing showed a critical reflection and enhanced learning via connection with others and higher order thinking skills like being able to solve the problem, synthesis, and evaluate difficult tasks.
Next, the advantage of technology are digital games enhance the learning experience. Digital game is an application that provides video and computer games to create the learning experience with fun and impact the learning objective, outcome and experience. Digital games also can improve the learning result and make the learning process enjoyable. The purpose of digital games are to improve the learning result and make the learning process enjoyable because it has same as reality. It has activity such as problem solving, drill and repeated activity. In addition, it encourages students towards academic learning in a virtual environment. Digital games require students to make a decision, engage a critical thinking and have reward, which can attract students towards academic learning in a virtual environment. Besides, it can be played in a team or a single player. Next, better understanding on certain topic compared to traditional learning technique. There are studies on impact of digital games. As a result, digital games provide a greater understanding on a certain topic and manage to have higher order thinking skill compared to the traditional learning method, such as a lecture session or reading the textbook. Lastly, it can influence student attitude towards learning and boost student motivation. Suggested study purpose, digital games may influence the positive side of the student attitude towards learning, and it proves games are fun, interesting and pleasant, which might increase the student motivation towards the subject that have digital games. That's all. Thank you.